Grant Light here. The name of this station is Communication and Negative Reporting. All right, so what we mean by negative reporting is telling people, the incident commander, when things aren't going right. We're very bad on the fire department with communication. Nobody wants to talk on the radio. So there's a lot of times where people think things are getting done and they're not getting done, right? So how long do you think you were in there?
8 minutes.
All right, so you were in there about 10 minutes. So very few people ever report out that they can't find the stairs to the third floor. At 5 minutes, I prod you, I poke you and say, hey, the fire's getting bigger. And then that's usually, if somebody's gonna say it, that's when they'll say they're having problems finding the stairwell. Had I not called you, most people would not have said we can't find the stairwell. So you look at fire reports, you know, the little thing they send out after a fire, and it says, fire was out in 6 minutes, fire was out in 8 minutes, fire was out in 9 minutes. 10 minutes, no report to the incident commander that you could not get a hose line to where he needed that hose line to go. What is our normal assumption? That it's happening, right? That it's happening. It's no reflection on you as a firefighter, you as an officer, you as a company. It's just that for whatever reason, that building is throwing you a curveball and you just can't find it, right? So you go up to the top of the steps and in normal buildings, you go back to the return and the stairs are above the stairs, right? It ain't there in this building, all right? So you search around for a little while. At some point, you should probably just say, hey, chief, just be advised, we're having trouble finding the stairs to the third floor. It's no negative thing on you, but it lets him know that, hey, he may let it ride and go like, okay, keep looking, or because he may not see anything from out here. Or he he may think like, I need to start a plan B. I need to start a plan C. I need to do something because these guys are having trouble. 30 seconds later, you may find those stairs. You go, chief, we found the stairs. We're heading to the third floor. Okay, cool. But at least it gives him the opportunity to make a plan. Remember, the district chief standing out here sees a brick building, mortar, and a roof, right? He doesn't know what's going on inside that building. If we don't paint that picture for him as to what's going on inside that building, there's no way he knows what's going on, right? We always stand here and go, he's got our back, he's got us covered. The district chief covers us if something goes bad. All he sees is brick, mortar, and a roof. If we don't paint the picture for him as to what's going on in that fire, he does not know, right? And we're very bad at painting that picture. So I got two perfect examples of negative reporting. There's one person on the fire, or group of people, whatever, on the fire department that does negative reporting every single time. And every single time they do it, everybody's sphincter goes squeak, gets really tight. Who do you think that is? Mayday. Nope. Because people don't call maydays on themselves. The engineer on that pumper right there, they lose, the car runs over their 5-inch supply, or the guy at the hydrant turns it on, and if hydrant falls over, he gets on the radio and says, hey, I lost my supply, all you got is what's in the tank. And everybody, what just happened to that fire? It just got different, right? Everybody goes, ooh, shit, ooh, okay. All right, everything just got different, right? Just because one dude did negative reporting, the fire just got different. All right, so that proves that negative reporting is information everybody needs. When you say, I can't find that fire on the third floor, or I can't find the stairwell to the third floor, the guys on the truck who are doing a search may go like, maybe I'm not gonna extend myself out so much. Somebody else may go like, ooh, that's good information. Maybe I wanna do this, right? So everybody hears it, everybody then can kind of react to it in whatever way they want in the actions that they're doing, okay? So it's really important. The second negative reporting, which isn't great, but it's the honest truth, is the Dolgen fire. So here's the apartment building, the Dolgen fire. The district chief is at this corner, A, B corner. 2 lines going on the D side. They go down the hallway in the center. For whatever reason, they don't make it to their objective. And in the end, the firefighters leave and they end up on the A, B, C, D corner. A polar opposite sides of a humongous brick building. The district chief doesn't have x-ray vision. He doesn't know they're outside the building. They never radioed in that they were not getting their lines in place, they were not putting water on the fire, and they never told them they're out of the building. So he thinks everything's great, because if you don't tell me something's bad, I assume it's all getting done, right? And it wasn't getting done, and things went really, really bad, all right? So perfect example of not doing negative reporting affects everyone and really affected us badly at that fire, all right? So again, it's nothing against you, it's just like, hey, we're having some problems, all right? So, on the flip side of that is, for lack of a better term, positive reporting. And that would be benchmarks, all right? So for an engine company, either you're told or you arrive on the scene and you're taking your lineup, you see the fire, district chief in there. So what is our benchmark for engine company? Generally, water on the fire, right? Doesn't mean the fire's going out, doesn't mean things are great and that I'm not gonna ask for other things, but it means that, hey, he can go, check, hose line going up, water on the fire, check. Now 3 minutes later, you may call out and say, hey, we need a second line up here, whatever, but at least you can check that box off. Truck companies, right? So we go do a primary search of the second floor. What's our benchmark for that? Primary search complete, right? So what do we do in the CFD truck company after I do my primary search on the second floor or whatever? What do I do next?
Secondary search.
Okay, what else? Anybody else got any other answer? Right, right, so do you always tell the district chief you're going to do that every single time? So then that's freelancing, right? And I'm not knocking you, but that's freelance, because the other problem is, if you look in the Dalton fire, that we had people doing the same thing 5 times. When you go and look at all the reports, because these guys just went on their own to the floor above, and these guys just went here, and these guys just went here, all on their own. Things were done 5 or 6 times, right? So we need to let him run the fire. The good poke for the district chief, for lack of a better term, is when you say primary search on the second floor complete, what's our next assignment? So then he can go, oh yeah, because he's not standing out here like in our lawn chair. He's got a million things going on outside as much as you have a lot of things going on inside. So he may hear you say that and be talking to the homeowner or talking to this guy, and just not, think, oh, what do I want them to do next? So if you say, what's our next assignment? And he says, oh yeah, I need you to get ventilation, or I need you to go to the fire room and pull the ceilings, or I need you to go to the floor above. Whatever he tells you to do, then you have an assignment. Go do it, all right? And when you complete that, say, that assignment's complete. If he doesn't give you an assignment, then it's back to the way it always is. Go do what you want. I guess say you're gonna go to the second floor and do a primary search, whatever. All right, so that's kind of positive board, but it's what do you call it? What I just said. It's benchmarks. So we want to try to get used to doing benchmarks. So a couple people have asked, like, okay, I really don't like talking on the radio because I'm really not sure what to say. All right, well, that's cool. So in the Cincinnati Fire Department, we're supposed to say our company, our location, and then after that, it's whatever, your issue is. So a thing to help you remember what they're looking for, the chiefs, is a thing called a CAN report, C-A-N, conditions, actions, needs. One of those 3 things is probably the issue that you have. So engine 32, second floor, we have high heat, can't find the fire. So that was actions, conditions, and your actions. You don't have a need right now, right? You may call in and say, engine 12, second floor to command, we're putting water on the fire, we need a second line up here. So that was your actions and your needs, right? The conditions, pretty obvious. If I'm putting water on the fire, you're near the fire. So it's just something to jog people's memories when they say, I can't think of something. One of those 3 things is probably the reason you're calling the chief, all right? So at some point, someone may call you and say, give me a CAN report, and you're good. So your response will be your conditions, actions, and your needs. That kind of thing. And you may not have all 3, so you just say, we're putting water on the fire, chief. Don't need anything. It's smoky up here. But we're not gonna say that. All right, so everybody get that? So really the big thing is the negative reporting. That's what they really wanted. So this whole thing here, there is a 3rd floor up there. There are stairs to the 3rd floor. There are living rooms, living spaces on the 3rd floor. The stairs are just walled over. It's set up for you to fail. So you will never find the stairs to the 3rd floor. So a couple of people have asked and said, like, well, how long should I wait before I call it a negative report? It's like, okay, how long were you in there? Can you tell time when you're inside a fire? Nope. So how long do you think you were in there? How long?
About 10 minutes.
All right.
We were in there for about 5 before we...
Yeah, it was about 10 minutes. Everybody was in about 10 minutes.
Well, I mean, before we said we couldn't find.
Oh, okay. And so it's just very hard to judge time. But I guarantee it, we put 4 dudes in there, or 8 dudes in the 8 rooms in that house full of smoke, and said, walk out in 7 minutes. They would be out in 3 to 20. Because it's just very hard to tell time. So you can't go by time. You just got to go by intuition in that, I went to the return on the stairs. There's not stairs here, and we routed around this stairwell, and we routed around here, and like all these doors aren't stairs. It isn't where it normally is. Let me just tell them that we're having trouble finding it. And that may be 3 minutes in, that may be 7 minutes in, who knows? But at least he now can make a plan, right? And like I said, a minute later you find him and you say, Chief, we found the stairs, we're taking a line on the 3rd floor now. Okay. But it's just letting people know when things aren't right, and we're just very bad at doing that.